Great to have you with us. In our first story, Accra Mayor Mohammed Ejesoa is debunking claims on social media that today's disinfection exercise is to kill rodents in Accra's markets instead of a virus. In an interview with JoyNews at the Cantonmanto Market, he stated the disinfection exercise will become regular and today's action is to protect the country against the threat of COVID-19.
When you're working with the military, time and discipline is what matters, and they've shown that right from day one. We converged at the 5 p.m. Burma camp by 3 a.m. By 4 a.m. we'd finished with the interaction, and by 4:30, 5 o'clock, deployment has started, and would work according to that schedule. And they are here everywhere and deployed, not only here, the whole of the 136 markets within the Greater Accra region, you will find heavy military presence there. And they are there not only to provide security, but they are part of the exercise, and they understand the issues very well.
Finally, before I go to Lieutenant Colonel O'Day, I want to find out from you, social distancing in our markets. It looks like a big problem. If it becomes, necessary for us to enforce that in the market, what is the AMA going to do?
Well, on Friday, the Minister for Local Government met the leadership of the markets, and we even observed the social distancing. We made sure that a group of not more than 20 was met at different locations in the whole of Greater Accra, and this matter was discussed. So we sought the consent and advice also in the council of the leadership of the various markets, and they are very mindful of some of these things. But we know very well that the market is also very congested, and that's why the disinfection has started. So it's a process that we are continuing with that one. The situation is being reviewed by the highest authority every now and then, and a directive will be given as to what exactly it's supposed to do at any point in time. Every country, every city is reviewing a status report every now and then, and to make sure that you are informed so you are not overwhelmed by what is happening in other parts of Europe. This is not what we think that should be happening. There's a lot of myth also that is going around, and we hope that we'll make sure that some of these things are cured at any point in time. The issue about social distancing, sanitizer, and then washing your hands continuously, these are very important things that must be complied with. At the moment, a lot of it is being on appeal basis and has been largely received, positively from the churches, from the mosques, and many parts of it. But it appears that some of our fan-based activity points want to flout some of these things. So we may review some of these things and then quickly respond to some of these things.
Now, the disinfection exercise has ended at the Malam and Odoko markets. The exercise is said to have started at exactly 6 a.m. as the traders complied with the directives not to sell today. Leadership of the market says enough education has gone down, and so traders are well informed about what to do to help prevent the spread. He also took the team to the site where 40 market sheds are under construction to help decongest the market. The environmental health officer also said they will continue to sensitize the traders on good hygiene practices. Nancy Emefa-Dradosi has more.
It's around them. You see stands, umbrellas. Normally you'll find traders seated right under them selling their wares. But today the situation is different. Why? Because NAMCOM, there's the anti-malaria control program, and the military are here to disinfect the place. Basically, they want to cleanse off every bacteria and viruses that may have found its way into the market and lying on surfaces. And so basically the situation is quite different here at the market. Nothing is working. The only thing I see is a woman who is sorting out a pear, probably because she just came back. But when I got here, I found a few women who say that they had to come even though they had announcements, because it's still going to be worrying them. But I find that a few women are still here. Let me just ask them why they are here and whether or not they are going to follow the directives given by the president and also the Alima Mahama, who is the anti-governmental minister. So basically, let me just get into their heads and find out from them why exactly they're here. Good morning. Let me speak to you first. How are you? What's your name?
I'm Linda.
Linda, I met you earlier in the market. You were seated there. I see your bowl of tomatoes and also your onion. Why did you come? You had a directive, didn't you?
Oh, I heard it from yesterday. But normally my house is at Car, so I used to stay around this place to sell my goods. That's why I'm here.
Okay. So what do you sell?
I sell food stuff like tomatoes, like pepper, like onions.
So today why are you not selling?
Today I'm not selling because they said it's like,
They're spraying the place.
yeah, they are spraying the place. So I'm afraid. That's why.
I see that. That means you didn't set up your table today. You're obeying the directive. But do you think this is going to have any effects on you?
Sure. It will not even infect me because yesterday, God really, I saw and I get plenty money. So I'll use it to buy food and eat today. And tomorrow, God really, I will sell my goods.
I heard that Saturday and Sunday the market was choked. Tell me about how was it?
Saturday, the market was special. Mame, sika man can't be that. Saturday make ton adia papa. Hey, omo to adia papa. Obia suro obia bedidwa. Saturday in the market by ankasa ne Sunday no. Yesre say enya sa amaye.
So you heard Linda. She says that, well, she's not going to be affected because over the weekend she made a lot of money. And so obey the directive is quite easy for her. But let me find out whether the situation is the same with all the women here. Pacho is saying, "Minti na uchen kakra." You're frozen.
Pacho, your friend Quachua.
Pacho, now what one thing?
Pacho, me ton pen body.
Now open the body away.
Pacho, na me say mo ka say, mobile abespray marketing tino. Ya sister ni nyina dia kwesi.
Oh wow, what they say?
Pacho me dia kwesi baby said e be ya. Mu spray aduro no enka no.
So him say be spread into na oba dwem.
Oh, e be to me mba na me nim say bibi sa besi.
Oh, okay. So now they won't say yakra.
Me Pacho dey bi.
Wow. So she says that she had not heard the news about the closure of the market, and so she just came and she was informed by her other colleagues here at the market. Now, and as someone told idea, be affected.
Affect me pa. Affect me to the end. I say, yes, senti, yes, senti, the end. Yes, Ramos, someone near my into a free a chino corner, come on, my coin near Toy and near Mano. And yes, I best say. My answer yaboka.
But someone had to send a spray market.
Oh, many are jepa because you are renewing. It is an ana I address our boy and buyer. Yanso yatias yamano. So why no more young buy. Into yanso yaway.
That's it, Madam Pasho. Mammy, mamma, but last one in Casama Pacho is saying,
Yes, so I don't know where.
oh, I said, I don't want I said, not also one.
There be I am a baby. Sir, Yariana Aban. Say, I sad you will cry pneumonia a besi. Until than another was a say, when we in a coso am I. Na ye pamocho bibri said, Namonia Jumanamaye. Na a china. Yan start to say a baye, a baby jana yante. See at ye mumudia, and Kayema. Yamanura Saturday no, near the eye, yet tea, and Tamaya near many in I packing at the aquaco see baby. And see a banner sanoa, a ye. My some obey yes, sir, a Jumano. If you say free, you know, chromato near my pa, near my dear mato, if you say one of Grojano, and Tessa, my and Tessa, my, to when you see and one more bed di Japan, be one coach to say, bed Jano, am I? Tia the one must be brave. Tenamoya Jumana Maya, yepe.
Into no, baby, market some watching, I never idea exercise now. Now, more hand sanitizers way. Mo eh.
We will be all no miss you.
Now what you doing? Asa. What the asa? Mana, inti say obi the corona ne beche wa oye ne den.
Nyankopon be pegu amaye.
Onso sanitizer we.
Ai, ono so akaka kra bi ntime de yakosie.
We de yakosie. Na wo say ase sia Auntie Linda buy, wo say Auntie Linda na ete say, wuchia no. Na say
De ete ne say yamfa ansia na yankata so. Na sabi yale no eba saduane no ebekom ye nyina ebe fete ye nyina
make a sanitizer only sanitizer.
I don't know that sanitizer I want de ye wo bi on de ni bibia na 2 minutes kura 1 minute kura na ya hohoro ti ye kasa kura ye kakra na ya kofesa mna na ya hohoro ya to ai sota na ya hohoro ai sota kura na ye beto ya pepa no ansa na ye de bia hohoro ye nsa ansa na ya numbi
So basically, let's ask them where their sanitizers were. Some of them are saying it's finished. Some of them are saying that they're hiding it elsewhere. But in all, these women are all prepared. Someone in my already said,
Pacha Debbie.
okay. Now, what on them?
Pacha me tompa ya ne body.
They go in.
Yeah, they see.
What do you see? My ready for exercise now. I said, money problem. Yeah, affect them kakra.
Say na ye nimti na ye ba be shi asante mo ba na ne mo ye fa homa ye ne. E be ye say try be tuma to ade na nya say no man. Ni nyina be say.
So when you exercise now.
Pacha ai.
What on them?
Pacha tompa ya anybody.
Oh, it's money now. What on pay anybody? And she said, "A banana say base. Me who say money now? Mo demo nyama ni say be mo nyama sisi ha say. Na mo ye so say spray I affect pay no."
There be a kata so ye dey see.
Say economicals na ye strong. It's me rim.
Oh, sir, ye dey ade akata so dey je dey say enko.
Ya sisa gubotom. Na ye chichire ye nti ye de ntomago afa so na ye san fa rubber pa na tuntum sei no na ye san de akata so.
Bibia ye crowd.
Ya ye ne say omo ye a bibia nhim. Nti na kire say poison ntimi nwuram.
So basically, I just asked them whether or not they are prepared, because I see that they still have their goods lying here, where some of them covered with some materials, cloth and all of that. They say that they have strategically placed them here and covered them with rubber bags and also with some cloth. And so they are prepared, and that they know that after the spray, they'll be able to return to the market tomorrow.
We stay with the story, and Hannah Odame is around the Newtown area monitoring the exercise. She joins us with an update. Hannah, what can you report from the Newtown fumigation exercise?
Your call has been put on hold. Please.
Right, we'll re-establish contact with Hannah Odame in just a few minutes, but we just heard from Emefa Jodosi, who was speaking to some traders in the markets who say they are ready to comply with the closure of the markets for the day as a result of the disinfection exercise being carried out by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Now, still in relation to the story, the various metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies in the northern region have met with traders and market queens to solicit their support in the fight against COVID-19. The market's women are drawn from all the major markets in the area. Addressing the meeting, Northern Regional Minister Salifu Said called on the women to help educate their colleagues and patrons. He said the Tamale Metropolitan Assembly would begin fumigating the Tamale market and other satellite markets in the area from Tuesday.
We have come to team up to see how we can partner with you, the market queens and market leaders, to see what we can do so that collectively we can adhere to the guidelines and the advice of the medical professionals with regards to what we need to do so that we will not contract the COVID-19, because the best cure for it is to prevent, is to conduct ourselves, apply ourselves very well to the rules and regulations of the guidelines. So therefore, we have called you people here as leaders of our market communities. And the market centers are areas that people congregate. Some come from different parts of the region to come and buy items from you people. So therefore, if you are assembled and you are guided with regards to how you can also guide yourselves and educate other members in the market, it will help us prevent the contraction of this virus. That is why we have called you, please. This one is just like a stone in the sky. When it's falling, everybody will have to use his or her hand to protect the head. If not, if you allow the stone to fall on your head, it can kill you. So that is why we say that prevention is better than cure. I am not going to go deep into the professional aspect of it. That is why we have the Ghana Health Services officers who are here. We have medical doctors and health professionals to give us the needed rules and regulations that we need to do. we also want to appeal to you. The mayor has already told you from tomorrow going, some of the markets, they will be shutting them down in phases so that they will do the spraying. Today, they are doing that in Accra at the national capital. So as we are speaking to you, this meeting that is going on, that is what is happening in all the 16 regions in the country. So
Still live on JoyNews today, back to Accra now, and Maxwell Agbagba has visited the Central Business District and Kanishi. He's currently stationed at Mamprobi, from where he reports. Maxwell, what have you observed today? Right, Maxwell, if you can hear me, we understand you are at Mamprobi, which is popularly known as the Tuesday market. What can you report?
Infection exercise is ongoing. If you come here, the entire market is, it's empty with no activity whatsoever. The only people you find here are members of the disinfection team who are making sure that the market women do not come here to do any business. Earlier, we saw some members of the military going around to make sure that all the shops around this place are closed. Usually, here at the Tuesday market, it gets very busy on Tuesdays, but on weekdays also you find some kind of activity going on here. But as it stands now, the disinfection team has moved in and they're making sure they spray every corner of this market here, Daniel.
Of the traders. Maxwell, we wanted to know what the reception of the traders who do business in these markets has been like. Right, Maxwell, if you can hear me, we want to know how the traders received. Unfortunately, it seems like we lost that connection with Maxwell Agbagba. He just reported from Mamprobi, popularly known as the Tuesday market. He's also been to Kanishi and to the Central Business District of Accra. To Parliament now, and minority MPs have walked out of the House after its Chief Whip, Muntaka Mubarak, accused the Speaker of lawlessness for refusing to halt proceedings over lack of quorum. The House was considering the corporate insolvency bill with only about 60 MPs in the chamber out of 275. One-third of the MPs are needed to form a quorum. Muntaka Mubarak says Professor Michael Quay's decision not to halt proceedings amounts to a shame. He interrupted proceedings with his outburst after the Speaker refused to recognize him. Joseph Opoku Gakpo joins us via telephone from Parliament. Joseph, walk us through exactly what happened. Right, Joseph, if you can hear me, what happened on the House this morning? At what point did the Minority Chief Whip decide to speak out? Right, it's getting a bit difficult to hear Joseph Opoku Gakpo. When we re-establish that connection, we will make sure that we bring you that conversation. We have gotten him back on the line. Joseph, good afternoon, pardon me, once again. What's transpired on the floor of Parliament today? Right, we were unable to reach Joseph. Pardon me for that. We move to other stories for now, but the latest is that the fumigation exercise currently ongoing in some major markets in Accra has concluded. Joseph Opoku Gakpo is back with us on the line.
These are all absent on the floor. The Chief Whip Muntaka Mubarak earlier raised the concern that the House did not have enough numbers. He was drawing attention to the standing orders of Parliament and the Constitution and indicating that they needed to have at least more than half of all MPs on the floor. He virtually interrupted proceedings, accusing the Speaker of lawlessness and acting in a shameful manner by not stopping proceedings and also acting unconstitutionally. After he raised those concerns, he walked out and all the minority MPs have soon followed him. The majority leader, Osaiti Mensah Motu, in response to something that the minority should not have done.
Joseph, if you can hear me, we want to know what the response of the Speaker was after the Minority Chief Whip accused him of being lawless. Right, you're still live on JoyNews today with me, Daniel Dazi. Thanks so much for staying with us. We'll go back to Joseph Opoku-Gakpo later in the bulletin. Now, health authorities in the Ashanti region are liaising with security agencies to arrest COVID-19 prank callers. Regional Health Director has been speaking about the burial of the Lebanese, the first COVID-19 casualty, and how state-supervised burials could be organized for any casualty. He also spoke about how a Chinese person who presented COVID-19 symptoms refused to go to hospital, and authorities were forced to involve RegSec. Let's go back to Parliament now and wrap up that conversation we're having with COVID-19. And Speaker of Parliament, Aaron Michael Quay, has confirmed that Parliament is making arrangements to relocate temporarily to the conference centre as part of measures to curb the spread of the virus among MPs. He is confident this will cause the public to rethink the need for a new enclave for MPs to undertake their business. Joseph Gakpo joins us on the line for more of this. In the first place, before we get to this latest from the Speaker, Joseph, we wanted to know what his response was to the Minority Chief Whip's outburst today. Right, Joseph, are you there? Right, Joseph, are you there?
Go.
Right, Joseph, if you can hear me, let's go to the question of the relocation of Parliament to
They are considering relocating sitting to the International Conference Centre because that has a bigger space that will be able to accommodate MPs where there wouldn't be any crowding of any sort. And he again indicated that going forward, even before they move into the International Conference Centre, we would want to see a situation where MPs are spacing their sitting and ensuring that when there are empty seats, they sit and allow at least a row in between themselves and the other MPs. And according to him, these are all measures that they are putting in place to ensure that MPs don't spread the coronavirus or any such situation. But he says that with the relocation, it's a conversation that's ongoing. And he says for him, when they relocate to the International Conference Centre, it may raise the need for people to rethink the whole idea that Parliament does not need any new chamber in order to conduct business from there safely.
Right. Thank you very much, Joseph Gakpo, for joining us with those updates from Parliament. We'll come back to you in later bulletins. In the meantime, Chief Executive of Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, Dr. Oheneba Osudanso, is worried over continued referral of suspected COVID-19 cases by peripheral facilities to his hospital. He revealed most of the referrals do not follow approved protocols, risking the lives of the public. Speaking at a news conference organized by the Ashanti Regional Health Directorate, he revealed samples of 3 suspected cases have been sent to the laboratory, awaiting results.
From where I'm coming from, I want to really repeat it for emphasis. It's to do with our referrals and the quarter of our referrals. From where I sit in Komfanochi, we are still seeing cases which are being referred to us as suspected cases. Respectfully, I want the media to assist us to implore on all hospitals in the region, private hospitals, what have you, where they suspect a particular case. They should not just put the patient in an ambulance and transfer the patient to Komfanochi. They should use the region's system that has been established to foremost alert the regional director and his team, and even Komfanochi Hospital, before such a patient is moved. But we say so because we have a protocol for transporting such patients, and we have a protocol for receiving such patients even in Komfanochi. So it's very important, whether you are a private hospital, you are a district hospital, or from wherever, it's important that you report. Now, the same thing that goes to even cases that are suspected from homes. I hope the last Friday when we met, we educated you on this, that as much as possible, where you suspect, that patient should immediately self quarantine to inform the system so that we can trigger our protocols to get that patient educated, prepared, and transported if they need be. Because as you are aware, even the president communicated to us the last time he spoke on Saturday, that some of the patients are already being managed in their homes, where you have a proper isolation. There could be a system to take care of you. Because I think the key thing is isolation. The key thing is isolation, just so that we do not encumber our hospitals and our system unnecessarily. But if even we have to, it must be properly done. Because the way the patient is managed from those homes or the hospitals or the centers, and even the mode of transportation is very, very key. Since all the staff are at risk and the public is also at risk, it's very, very important that we foremost report some of these cases, get the proper system triggered, and we handle such patients.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Business. My name is Daryl Kwa. We begin from the Ghana-Togo border, where we understand the military have made some arrests of traders trying to sneak into the country. My colleague Fred joins me on the line with the latest. If you can hear me, Fred, what more can you tell us about the arrests?
All right. So, Daryl, this morning when I got to the Togo-Ghana border, actually the commander in charge, that is Fred Dodu, he indicated to me that a number of unapproved or unauthorized routes that are dotted along the stretch of the Ghana and Togo borders, that is where traders or travelers are trying to make use of to either enter into Togo or exit. A number of them, when I got there, they were stranded. You could see, I saw that of a vehicle from Cote d'Ivoire, and the travelers also told me they've been traveling all night, and until they got to the Togo border, they've now heard the news that the borders were supposed to be closed to the public. So I can report that as we speak, they are there, they are stranded, and they have nowhere to go. They have no idea when the whole border is going to open, and most of them have not taken their bath, and some said they are even short on money. They don't have enough money to even feed. So until the borders are open, these people, these travelers, will remain here at the border post until further notice.
All right, and I can imagine it's not business as usual, is it, at the border?
The border currently is so quiet, so calm, no activity ongoing. On a usual day, when you get to the border, you would see money changers who are even rushing to call you to come exchange your money. If you're having Ghana cedis, you change it to CFA before you enter into Togo. If you have any other currency, they are willing and ready to change it for you. But I can report a number of them didn't come today. The whole place is so quiet. The activities here are so dull, I must say. So the border post currently, trading is not going on, and I can say most of them are wondering when government is going to lift the ban for this border to be open.
Fred Duho reporting on the situation at the Ghana-Togo border. Now, as the world continues to grapple with the spread of the coronavirus, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, has reviewed its working policy. The new limited working policy, according to the GIPC, is in line with the President's directives to curtail the spread of the virus in the country. Chief Executive of GIPC, Yofi Grant, spoke about the new measures to protect staff, but also ensure continuity of work.
We must all admit that these are very unusual times, and the arrival of the coronavirus has virtually disrupted our lives and the way we work. So accordingly, at GIPC, we've also had to adjust our working patterns in consonance with the directions and directives given by the President and the Ghana Health Service, which we believe are in the right direction. Our working hours have been curtailed quite some. And if you do have any urgent inquiries that you need to do relating to your investments, you may please reach us by phone, or if you do have any forms that you need to fill at the GIPC that are essential and critical at this time, we request that you go to our reception where we will provide you with some service. But we are engaged in limited working hours. At this moment, our priority is to save lives and prevent the spread of the virus. We do care about our staff, and we do care a lot about those who come to us. We hope that in maintaining these hours, we will definitely avoid adding to the catastrophe that has been brought by the coronavirus.
All right, so the message there from the GIPC to the public. Well, the Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement System GIPS has decided to waive off interbank and cross-wallet transfer charges in line with the measures outlined by the Bank of Ghana to contain the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy. This means GIPS, in partnership with all banks, fintechs and mobile money operators, has waived off fees on electronic payment services. In a statement copied to Joy Business, GIPS said starting today, the waiver will take effect despite the volume and value of transactions until further notice, and they are optimistic the fee waiver will contribute to efforts to promote and encourage the use of digital payment options to limit the possible spread of the virus through physical cash. And we have more coming up on the marketplace in 20 minutes. Do stay tuned.
Hello there, good afternoon. Welcome to Showbiz here on Joy News today. Now, Gospel Artist of the Year Diana Hamilton has advised that Ghanaians follow guidelines and directives to aid the fight of the coronavirus pandemic. Diana, who is also a nurse in the UK, said it was important for citizens to play their part and support the government in the fight. She spoke exclusively to Joy News.
We're in a trying time in our lives. It's challenging, it's extraordinary, and we have to face it with every strength. We have to stand together and fight this coronavirus, because the virus is indiscriminate. It's affecting everyone, irrespective of your race, your origin, your background. But when we stand together as a people of God and we pray, it says, if the people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray, seek my face, then I will hear them and I will heal their land. And so it's important that we seek the face of God, pray, turn from our wicked ways, and then God will heal our land. It's also very important that we follow guidelines, we follow protocol, we follow directives that have been given by authorities, people in authority, people with expertise in this area, i.e. the general things they've told us to do: wash your hands, use hand sanitizers, general hygiene, general cleanliness, social distancing, avoiding crowd, and then self-isolation if you think you're at risk. So don't act like you don't want to be infected, but act like you don't want to infect someone. That's what love is. Love is loving your neighbor so much that you are protecting your neighbor. And then in so doing, if you haven't got it, you won't get it. If you have it, you won't infect someone. Let's fight this disease together. It is only a matter of time. This one too shall pass. This one too shall pass.
All right, so that was Cardi B. She thinks she's a legend, that she thinks that some people are being paid to come out to say that they have the virus.
Some people are being paid to come out to say they have the virus?
They have the virus because these people, most of them, Idris, haven't showed symptoms or anything.
But from the very beginning, from way back in China, I can't believe I'm saying way back in China, people were asymptomatic, that they didn't show symptoms, but they tested positive. So,
Cardi, you might never know.
Anyway, here at Multimedia, our COVID-19 slogan is stay distant, stop the spread, save lives. That is our message to you. Now, for more news, log on to myjoyonline.com. And here's where we end the bulletin of Joy News today. My name is Daniel Dazi. Becky Brothers Showbiz. Have a good day. Stay safe out there.